welcome to another edition of 10 Minutes with Dr. Tyi Jones. I've been a career educator and I've witnessed on every level in education the power of high quality coaching and mentoring can have on the development of someone's career. This series is created to gather sage advice from influencers to shorten the trajectory by learning from those who have done it. So today I am joined with Miss Shantay McKinily, one of my favorite people, and she is the master of Zen. I call her personally Namaste Shantay, and that is completely what drew me into her years ago. And over the course, we've become friends. And she's going to share with us how she has internalized the restorative practices through routines of self-care, as well as some boundary setting. So, Miss McKinily, will you please introduce yourself to our community and give us a brief overview of your work and how you've become an expert in self-care?
Hi, I'm Shantay McKinily, Director of the Positive School Center with the University of Maryland School of Social Work. I previously was a Baltimore City educator, teacher, administrator, content lead, and principal for 8 years of the wonderful Walter P. Carter Elementary Middle School in Baltimore City. And so currently in my position now, at the University of Maryland Positive School Center, I coach 26 to 30 principals on just how to shift the culture and climate in their building, but also how to balance being a principal during COVID and just a principal in an urban district. I train in restorative practices, trauma-informed care, social emotional learning, and everything I do is through a racial equity lens. So we work together to try to balance life as it is.
Yeah, absolutely. And so we know that self-care has become this huge buzzword over the last few years, and like face masks and pedicures and bubble baths, but not taken away from those personal grooming routines, because I believe in them all. Can you dig deeper around your everyday practices that you've incorporated in your personal life that really allow you to show up as your best self professionally?
Yeah, so I love all of those things that you could do for self-care, like getting a massage, getting my nails done. But really, self-care is doing the work, right? It is creating routines and creating, building your toolkit with tools so that you're able to support yourself when you encounter things that may trigger you, right? So it is building those routines, getting to know yourself so intimately. I used to use a poem, and the last line of the poem was, "Before I can love you, I have to be madly in love with myself." And I was like, madly in love? But now I realize what it is. It is being able to accept myself for who I am, and being able to also have those tools to help me through those times when things aren't as easy. So self-care is so deep. It's such a journey. It's more than just your nails done. It is an individual journey. And there's certain routines that you need to put in place in order to take care of yourself. It's not getting a massage like every other month. It is actually your day-to-day actions that help you build their self-care routine.
Okay, so let's talk about these day-to-day actions. Take me through.
Sure.
Do you have like morning routines, evening routines, like things you say, post-its? Like, take me through one of your self-care routines or your daily routines.
So I have morning routines, and I have evening routines, and I have Sunday morning routines. Okay. I don't think that you should do any heavy lifting on Sunday. Sunday should be all about like you nurturing and taking care of yourself, even if it's church, whatever, like just nurturing who you are. So my Sunday routine is something different, but we can get into the daily routine. Okay. So every morning I kind of wake up, and I actually do, I just get grounded in my body, like wiggling my toes and my fingers just to make sure, like, does anything, because it's so often things ache us and we don't even realize it. It'll go on for like a month, but we have to be in tune with our bodies. So I'm like, just trying to feel like where I am today, where I am in this moment. And then I do a 5-minute meditation in the morning. Actually, I got it off of YouTube. So I do a 5-minute meditation in the morning, but then I also talk to myself. Like self-talk is huge.
Mm-hmm.
So I just start off with like, I'm beautiful, I'm safe, I'm amazing. And I do these self affirmations to get me through just waking up and filling my cup up so that I'm able to pour into other people. And then, I'll come down, I'll write my affirmations out. I'll read the affirmations from the day before. And then I began to just have like tea. You've been here for a tea with me. So just having tea and just kind of meditating for a little while before I start my day. Because I realized that, you and I often talk that life should flow with ease. Yeah. It should automatically flow with ease. And when we find those situations where we're bumping up against life, we have to sit back and kind of reflect and figure out like, where is that? Why is that? Am I genuinely and authentically walking in my purpose? Mm-hmm. Because it should flow with ease. Yeah. It should go with ease. It should not be the resistance. And when you consistently feel that, then you really have to step back and do like a self-check.
So when's the first time, if you can think back to when you realize that, hey, this should flow and I feel this, I have to do something different. Because mm-hmm. I know like growing up, we were told, keep pushing through. Oh, you're not hurt. Just shake it off and keep going, keep going, keep going. So at some point, like for me, I remember when I'm like, wait a minute, no, something's actually wrong with me, daggone it. So like in applying that, did you have like a moment where you're like, no, there needs to be a flow. Something's not right here.
So actually, it was when I was a principal. And so I felt like I just kept bumping into barriers. Like it's not even, there's certain things that you go through as an urban principal, like you're just going to go through it. Mm-hmm. But it really was, I kept bumping into like self barriers, things that I should be able to do that I couldn't do, like mentally, it just wasn't happening for me. So then I just realized like, I need to step back. Is this my path still? But we have to realize sometimes we have to shift paths every now and then, and then to walk into our authentic selves, because at one point in time, being a principal was my path and I was in alignment with it. But then I realized like at a certain point that it wasn't my path anymore. I had kind of grown beyond it, elevated in the sense that I needed to have another pathway. I wanted to touch so many other things. And the moment, every time I try to remain small, I just kept bumping into barriers. It wasn't until I began to say, okay, I need to touch bigger things and I need to do things that impact more people, that things just kind of flow. And I tell people all the time, like, when you think about money, I've never like chased money or anything like that. I have just served people and served like Black women and served community, and money has just like, things have just come to me. So, and I think that that's important, that when we think about that bumping into things is normally like when we're chasing something that is not ours to have, right? And so we need to kind of sit back and just attract those things that are ours.
Yes. Oh, I love that. I have so many things in my head. It's only a 10-minute conversation. So I'm going to ask you for 2 to 3 pieces of advice that you would give to encourage radical self-care, to help someone like really transform their day and their movement.
So the first thing I would say would be, and I think this is huge, it sounds small, but be kind to yourself. Like, be kind to yourself. We are so hard, especially as Black women, we are so hard when we don't, there's no such thing as perfection, but we do hold ourselves to a higher, like to a standard. And sometimes we just have to be kind to ourselves. Yeah. Another thing would be to let things flow. Those things that are supposed to be in your life will flow in your life. And that's easier said than done, but kind of just detach yourself. So that's my third thing. It's just detach yourself from things and let them flow into your life and be able to accept those things as they are. So like I accept you as being Tysana, the beautiful person that you are. And, you know, so I'm not going to try to change you. So the moment we try to change people, it's more work for us. So one thing, like I said, just be kind to yourself. Two, just detach yourself from any expectations of things, detach yourself from all of that, and just let things flow and just be willing to accept and just let things come into your life.
Absolutely. I love it. Thank you so much, Shantay. As always, I love talking with you. And I know that people are getting things from what you're saying, and I hope that they apply them to your life. This is supposed to be a turnkey situation. So please take note. I hope that you all took some good notes, and I look forward to seeing you all again with 10 Minutes with Tysana. And thank you, Ms. McKinley, for joining us. We'll have you back.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.